Hi, this is Soulgazer. Today we'll be looking at this jersey. I got this at, I think it was Nike.com, and it was 110 full price. So this is Nike Swingman jersey. It's New Orleans Pelicans, Anthony Davis. MSRP is 110. And before we get to the review, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press that like button. Thank you. So let's take a look at the neckline first. It's a V-neck with a rib knit. It's in gold, and the seam line is in the center front. Armhole has the same rib knit, but it's in navy, but same type of fabric. A little bit of warping around the shoulder, but it won't be visible while you have it on. Swoosh is in thin print. The perforation pattern is visible on the surface of the print. And the logo, they're pretty much the same thing as usual. Same for the all Swingman jersey. Heat transfer fabric patch. And the base fabric is white. And the way that you can tell is because these edges are white if you look at it closely. So this little piece here is not supposed to be here. There should be a clean line between the two letters right here. And we can't really take it off because it's part of the fabric and it's glued on. And there's another fray edge here by the W. This edge here is not smooth. And let's look at the numbers. They have the same issue with this corner. And this is kind of rare because usually if you buy something from Nike.com, all the items, at least for the heat transfer patch, the cuts are a little bit more cleaner. And this is the first time that I actually see these rigid edges. And this happens more often in items that you purchase from the team store. Depending on the player that you choose, they don't make as much. They actually do it in-house at the team store where they cut the numbers and just paste it on. They don't typically have nice machine that Nike factory has, so these fray edges are a little more visible. If you have taken a look at my old video, I think there was one, I think it was a Penny Hardaway that had the same issue. I'll have a link on the top. Gold outline on the number and the name is a screen print, as you can see here. And it has a standard label with Nike Connect by the hem. Back is pretty standard. Gold neckline, same neckline as the front. The back, the shoulder part, right here, has a little bit of warping on this side, but it's not too severe. And I was just thinking, this top stitch right here, it's about 3/8 of an inch, but towards the shoulder seam it gets narrower. As you can see here, the front top stitch is about 1/8 of an inch. So let me just check what's the other jersey. So this is the Swingman Klay Thompson jersey from the Warriors. So it does the same thing. So they go from narrow or 1/8 of an inch in the front to about 3/8 of an inch on the back. So I guess that's a standard thing that they always do. And the NBA logo is same as the Nike swoosh on the front. It's a thin print, and you can see the perforation on Jerry West. And there's a pen mark right in the middle. Not sure how that got there, because I just opened this. Need to figure out how to remove this. And the name is all white, same fabric patch. And this patch has similar issue as the front. The edges aren't as clean as some of the other jerseys. So if you look at it closely, you can see that edge. And this is the Klay Thompson jersey. It's pretty smooth. If you put it next together, I think you can see better. So I'm looking at the top of the S on both jerseys, and Thompson has cleaner edge than the Anthony Davis S. Let's look at the side panel. So it has a pretty unique side panel, pretty different from any other jersey that I have seen, and a little bit more complicated construction as well. And at the hem, there's no slit because this is the Swingman jersey. Let's look into how they are constructed. So it's a little bit wider at the top and it gets narrower towards the bottom. It uses two fabrics. It uses two separate fabrics, the navy one and the gold one. They're all stitched on, and the red is a print. So in general, the angle stitch are harder to do with a serger, so make sure to check this corner before you purchase them. And even this is not even. The tip of the red is also not balanced here. It's a little bit lower here than here. It's a little wrinkled, but even with that, it's still a little off. And same thing with the top. The left is a little bit longer. So let's compare with the other side. So this one, it looks a little bit more balanced at the top. And the bottom, it's more balanced too. They're about the same height, which means that it should be balanced on both sides. And the gold panel's corner is a little bit off on this one. It's a lot more rounded than this side. And I think it should be a little bit more angled and not so rounded. So this is the view from inside. When I flip it out, this is how it looks. So this is the gold panel at the center. They use a serger to sew it in. And this connects the body and the navy panel. So the narrow one is connected there. And then this is the gold and the narrow navy panel. Same thing on the other side. So they are stitched on and not a print. So when I look at it, this corner is too rounded compared to this side. Yeah, I think it should be like this. On this side is a little bit more rounded on this side. So the angle is a little bit off. And the hang tag is stitched on the correct side. It'll lay flat. So this is how it looks when you compare both sides. You can see that they are not the same. The angles are completely different. The height is a little different too. It might be better to check this panel. You don't have to flip it around, but just take a look at the side panel before you buy. So let's try them on. I'm gonna start with the t-shirt. So it fits fine. It's not tight. And I feel like having that side panel makes the waist look a little bit tighter. So my body feels a little bit skinnier if I look from front. Fits fine, the length is good. I actually like this jersey. I probably can't wear this until round 2 is over, since Warriors are playing New Orleans. But I might wear this afterwards, whether we win or lose. Because I do like this jersey color, gold and navy. It's not bad. And the fit with the hoodie is not bad either. But I do still prefer to have extra large rather than large. Pretty good design overall. The side panel, I really like it. It's pretty unique. I don't think any other team has this design. So it's definitely one of a kind. And because it's one of a kind, it's also a problem when you buy them too. Because you have to check to make sure they're even with their shape on left and right. Because using a serger and having these angles, when you stitch them, it's a little bit more difficult to have a sharper angle. So just like mine, you could have one side that was a little bit more rounded than the other side. So just be careful on that. Make sure to check them to see that they're at least close enough that it's not that off between the left and right corners. But other than that, I think it's pretty good. And also maybe the cut of the patch might be a problem, so you might want to check on that too. Now that season is almost over, if you can wait, I would suggest waiting a little bit to see if the price will go down. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thanks for the support, and see you next time.